Alright, and let's go and get started. Howdy, howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sharkinbear, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out Gunfire Reborn. This game has been around for a little close to 2 years, maybe a little bit longer. And it's probably one of my most played games here over on Steam. I've put quite a bit of time into it, although I haven't played as much of it as I'd like to in the last year or so. That can be discerned by looking at the fact that I haven't actually played that much of the previous DLC, as well as playing many of the characters. At the original launch, there were only 2 characters. Play as Albai, who is a dual-wielding dog, and the Crown Prince, who was a kunai-wielding cat who could lock enemies down and do a whole bunch of damage. Since then, they've released a whole bunch of characters in again, these are anthropomorphic characters in the sense, and they all have their different playstyles. Lilu being one of the ones I played that I really enjoyed, which is around throwing lightning at enemies. And then the turtle, Quine Sway, and if I'm messing up these names, just know that I'm messing up these names. I am not even going to pretend to defend myself. But this turtle right here used to be absolutely broken. I'm pretty sure it probably still is. He could just literally go in, punch enemies, and ruin people's days. But this is a looter shooter slash roguelite-ish type game, but they have seasons now, and each season brings a new gameplay style to the game, as well as a whole bunch of cosmetics you can earn. There is no cash shop as far as I know. The only things you buy with money are the DLC that comes out for supporting the game, and you get a whole bunch of new things such as characters and stages and such. In that case, we are actually checking out one of the newest characters, Momo, because I've been reading a lot about this character and he seems absolutely busted and fun. So Momo has an ink form as well as these blank scrolls. He uses the blank scrolls to throw out like a grenade. Anything in front of him that tries to shoot at him, the blank scroll blocks range attacks, and then it puts an area around him that's just kind of inky looking, and enemies inside that ink territory are dealt damage. He can then transition all those ink points he accumulates from his blank scrolls into his ink form, in which it puts a radius around him again. He does damage to anything around him, and he's able to do a number of melee hits to everything around. It's pretty great. So we're going to check this out. There's also a whole bunch of talents that also will help fill out the character sheet, as well as hero-specific talents. As you can see, I've actually played most of the game enough to fill out the talent trees. That's neither here nor there. We're going to check it out. So if you like this sort of content, you want to see more gameplay from Gunfire Reborn and games like it, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below. I was just checking the character in normal. I think I'm feeling fairly confident that I can take him up to elite, but I do plan on dying in this one, just because it's been so long since I played the game. I plan on also having like a terrible death, but I still hope it's at least enough to showcase what Momo is like. So I'm going to go and queue up a solo. There is matchmaking, and that's great. This right here is our stages. Basically, it tells us how many stages we have left in this biome. I think there's like 3 or 4 biomes now that you can basically go through. And at the beginning of each one, we are going to get 3 options for guns. These options are completely random. I think I might go with the Revealer. Mostly because of the fact that that is a gun that I have not used before. Rainbow Arch, I believe, and Demon Lore were at the game at the beginning, or were in the game at the launch. But I believe Demon Lore was actually locked behind something, and I managed to unlock it last time I played. The Revealer is a normal weapon ammo gun. Slightly decrease the rate of fire when tapping aim down sights, and hitting the enemy multiple times will cause it to enter the state of weak spot. Any received damage will trigger a critical hit. That's pretty cool. So if we aim down sights, it'll fire slowly, and we get increased range, weak spot. We'll try it out. So we'll go to the level. We're in the Longling Tomb. We do have to be careful of traps as well as enemies. There you go. Let's see if we can trigger this. We are taking some damage, but it's shield damage. That's fine. I just wanted to try out the gun. We can also do that. The grenade, again, is this thing called blank scroll, and as you see in the middle of the screen, that's our spirit body, basically activating. And as we stand in our blank scrolls, we will earn more and more spirit. And again, as long as we stay inside the confines of our blank scroll, we are going to negate a lot of the stuff we would take in a range sense. Although you do have to be careful. One of my runs did end because I took a grenade to the face. After not taking damage for 5 seconds, regenerate 5% health per second. Regeneration stops when taking damage with a maximum of 50% regenerated per instance. Sounds pretty good. Let's go ahead and take this. And then we'll make our way towards the end of the stage. Oh, now we're using this. This is our melee force, pretty cool. This is the, oh! I activated it on accident entirely, but it was still cool to showcase. I do like that form. I do like the fact that it transitions to a kind of like a third-person view. Here we have the Golden Goblet. Each character has 3 skill trees, of which they get a scroll for each at the end, and we get to pick which one we're going to choose. Looks like we might be focusing on the ink type playstyle of it, so we might be going with the domain expansion. If Momo is without ink spirit status, which is our normal status, the outer radius of the ink domain will be increased by 2 meters. If Momo is under ink spirit status, the range of ink domain and ink splash will be increased by an additional meter. Gain 1 stack for every 8 ink damage dealt. 0.2% final ink damage for each stack, up to 400 stacks. Alright. A lot of this is gobbledygook to me because I have been out of the game far too long. Plus, I also think sometimes the translations don't translate that well. There we go. And you'll find that these grenades are quite strong. There we go. And we're going to go back to this over here, because this is actually a hidden vault area we can go in. Go ahead and activate this, why not? And we also get a treasure chest here. Go ahead and take this while moving. The faster you move, the more resistance you gain. So that makes us very tanky. That'll be really good while we're in our ink spirit form. Oh god, we had a guy waiting right here for us. I thought we had already beaten all the enemies in this area, but I guess I was wrong. It says to go that way, but I was pretty certain we entered this door from here. Did we come out somewhere else? We must have come out somewhere else. And that does not save us from melee attacks, by the way. Those are not range attacks. Even if I wanted it to be. So we go through here. Oh, it looks like we have a cursed chest right here. We can come in here. And, oh, this is actually a luxury box. This one, you can swap out some of your currency. We have some over there. Gain a random scroll. Gain a luxurious gift box. Or gain a random normal scroll. I say we go with the random rare scroll. You got arms dealer. 10% damage resistant and 30% damage dealt for 10 seconds whenever you consume 100 ammo. So the faster rate of the gun that we get, the better off we're going to be. This bow, I just tried this out not too long ago. I don't think it fares very well with the type of playstyle I would like. Honestly, I would like something that I don't have to aim down the sights of either, but I think this is still going to be a better option than we have currently. The first wave of monsters is coming. That's cool. We do have little enemies and explosive enemies coming around us. We're going to throw that out there as well. And the cool thing is, again, we are very passive with our damage, and it's very strong. We are at a third wave of monsters. Luckily for us, we are doing fairly good here. I don't want to even, you right here. There we go, and the fourth and final wave of monsters is showing up. Where are they at? I see. I'm gonna go ahead and enter my ink form. There we go. And this is the last wave. We got something called Dragon's Breath. Let's pick that up. Let's check it out. Oh. I don't know what that segment in the middle is for. We're gonna have to read that in a second. We are taking some damage, so we gotta be careful about that. Oh, is that an active reload? Let's try it out. No? Let's check this weapon out. It says, Causes an explosion when hitting an enemy and causes the weapon to enter a charge state. Activating at a specific time will complete the charge in advance and cause the next shot to penetrate the enemy. So how do you activate? Right click. Oh, okay, so we were hitting the wrong button. We gotta right click in order to do that. We also have a rainbow here. This is a pretty cool weapon because it, you know, if you shoot the secondary shot at that, you'll then whatchamacallit, be able to shoot around corners and stuff with that weapon. Did not mean to do that. So many games use E to activate stuff, and in this game it's F. Colorful black, 25% damage for 12 seconds after picking up ink orb, up to 3 stacks, negative 10% final form damage taken during ink form. That's pretty good. That makes it a little bit tankier. When hit by ink splash, enemies will gain 1 stack. Each stack deals 300 ink damage per second, lasts for 6 seconds, up to 2 stacks. I say, honestly, let's take colorful black, and then we're gonna go ahead and open this, and we're gonna go inside this vault here. I try to stay back and not be too close because there are melee guys. What is that over there? I'm not seeing this one. This is the flowing light. Thrust 4 or 5 times for a brief charge. It doesn't have any ammo though, so that's probably... Let's swap that out for the revealer. I want to see what this is about. I'm just gonna move through that. That just seems kind of weird. So we have definitely a new type of weapon here, a sword I have not used. There's a guy up there I saw. Luckily we were able to use our blank scroll to get through the ground. We are kind of low on grenades though, so let's try to pick up some of those. Let's stay on the outside of the room. There will be places for us to pick up ammo and stuff like that. We got another scroll here. We can pick 1 of 3. Negative 100% or negative 100% damage resistant, but damage taken from each hit won't exceed 14% of total maximum health. Dash has, oh yeah, there we go. There's the skill we want. 3 different dashes instead of the 1. That'll be really nice. And then we can make our way on to the next level. Is there any additional grenades I didn't pick up in here last time? And sometimes if you check on top of stuff, you can find hidden treasure chests. Doesn't seem like there's anything hidden. Okay, so we'll move on to the next stage. I'm also going to try this thing again now that we know the charge thing is down. Oh, so that still... Somehow that still makes it through the scroll, maybe because it didn't go up high enough? I don't know. We'll have to find out. This is the Bloody Drill. Bullets will penetrate enemies, causing damage and continues. Oh, that sounds awesome. Let's go ahead and take that. We can aim down sights too. How fast? Okay, so it is a sniper rifle of sorts. We can also increase the effects of something. I don't know if I want to increase the effects. I'm not really sold on whether or not one of these are good or bad. Is the oh, okay, so that's the so that's a charge attack, like an activated thing. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and let's enhance it one time. Just see what happens. This thing is kind of disgusting, honestly. That guy died on his own. Okay, I'm not sure if I like bloody drill. Just because I'm not good with snipers. And in a game like this, I don't know if snipers would be that great. What was that weapon that dropped? Thunderstorm. I'm gonna move out of the way of that. I mean, that in itself is pretty strong. What was this that dropped? Oh, looks like we got a silver shield. Your shield starts recharging whenever you kill an enemy or destroy an item. Oh, that is awesome. So as long as we keep kills rolling, that could be pretty good. Looks like we also have another one here. This is the Thunderstorm. It uses large ammo? This thing? But it fires, it has to charge its attack first to be pretty slow. Doesn't look like we can go over there. There's a different layout for this stage too. They added in different templates. Some of the stages they're all randomly generated. But at the same time, there was like a set layout for a lot of these rooms. It looks like they've gone through the effort of making basically more templates and more layouts for the stuff. Alright, so... Oh god. Alright, so we had some ranged enemies there. We got an Elder Spearman, we gotta watch out for that guy. Alright. I don't know if we're doing exactly what I would like to with this thing. That guy's dead. Let's get out of here. There we go. I'm not a fan of this gun either. Looks like we got another one. Looks like we're gonna keep going until we find a gun we're good with. We got Dragon Breath, cause an explosion. Okay, so that's the one we just got. What about Hell? Piercing 2, reload the ammo one by one, and you can shoot at any time when there's a bullet in the magazine. Magazine capacity becomes 2 when the first shot kills the enemy. Recover 1 ammo in the magazine. Otherwise, 2% lucky chance shot on the second shot. Create a bullet to chase the nearest enemy on critical hit. That sounds pretty cool. We're gonna get rid of that one. So far, I have not been, very enthused about some of these other weapons we found. Go ahead and increase that. Okay, so this is clearly a shotgun, which I am very much a fan of. Shotguns tend to be really good. And with Momo, it seems like being up close and personal is not a terrible thing. Deal lightning damage to enemies within 12 meters when your shield armor breaks. There's a 33% chance to reset the cooldown every time you use a primary skill or dash. And whenever you inflict the decay effect to enemies, also inflict decay on yourself. When you are in decay, 10% damage and 40% additional movement speed. That could be pretty good. But I think we're gonna do Magic Watch. If we had an effect that allowed us to absorb that decay, it could be pretty good on its own. But I'm not gonna hold my breath on that. There we go. It's fun. We're definitely having to move around a lot more with these enemies. And we also have a vendor over here. Let's see what he has available for us on offer. We got 5 energies whenever you are in a burning effect. Every time damage, let's see, when you are in burning effect, every time dealing fire damage will recover 20% lost health. When you inflict the burning effect to enemies, also inflict burning effect on yourself. So anytime we use fire, we are also lit on fire, but we also recover health. So if we find, I mean, it's going to be good to just pick that up. Absorb energy from enemies with an cone chain. You know, I might actually, let's re-roll. And I'm still not too super enthused about what weapon we have. Let's see. Do we know what level or stage we're on yet? I know we are fairly close to the boss stage of the first area. Go ahead and pick up this money and we'll roll on to the next area. We'll go ahead and pick up our goblet here. And negative 30% damage dealt by enemies in blank domain and negative 20% actioned. So is that enemies inside my blank domain? When staying in blank domain, gain 1 stack for every 5 stacks. Okay, so basically allows him to have blank domain while he's out of blank domain for a while. Or plus 40% shield cap when staying in blank domain. 50% shield restoration speed from blank domain. Last for 3 seconds after leaving. Cool. We'll hold the brush. This makes us tankier all the way in there. And we are actually on the first boss stage. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't have a weapon that I particularly care for. When not within 12 meters of monsters, gain 1% lucky shot chance every 0.5 seconds, up to 20 stacks. I don't think so. Cloud Weaver, launch 5 controllable spirit needles. Damage of the next attack will increase with flight distance. Some of these seem really cool. If all projectile attacks in the shot or weapon skill hit the enemy, the next weapon skill will be enhanced. These both look really cool. Let's buy both these. I want to see what they look like. Because I might change off one of these. Inflict lightning that automatically attacks nearby enemies. Every 4 hits with lightning or dagger grant 1 use of dagger of dagger fan. Resource cap 6. Cast a fan of daggers marking enemies hit, inflicting 2 extra lightning damage when a dagger or lightning hits the marked target. Let's check that out too. I am just like checking out all the guns. Let's see. We got wheel saw. So that looks like this. It has a cool effect. Okay, I see. And then let's swap out the other weapon we have with these needles, Cloud Weaver needles. And I assume that these can only be fired at oh, so these are kunai. Okay, I like the kunai a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and take those. We're gonna get rid of the wheel saw. I'm gonna hold the other 2. It seems to kind of redundant to buy these weapons over and over again, but it's been some time since I've actually got to play this. I'm actually gonna increase our arc light because I definitely like these type of weapons. So I increased it. You can only increase it so many times, and then we're also gonna etch it and get ourselves another thing here. And then we're also gonna try the Cloud Weaver needles. Here's our first boss. I did forget to rebuy all of my ammo and our grenades. Probably should have done that. Luckily for us, he will have a smash attack he's going to do here in a second. Oh, he's actually going to his, It looks like we're clearing out most of the ads who are coming towards us anyways. And he's just letting us demolish him. I'm gonna go ahead and use this on him. And that's the first boss down. So these weapons seem okay. I could probably use better ones. 50% lucky chance. Yep, that's a free scroll there. Looks like we have Angelic Aura. Oh, we got another kunai. Prism. Let's see, when triggering elemental effects, spread it to all enemies within 8 meters. We can also get another goblet here. Get 2 ink points the moment we do that. Or when enemies are within 8 meters, 60% weapon damage. When enemies are beyond 8 meters, 30% lucky chance shot. Apply both effects while staying in the blank domain. I'm going to go with the scroll size. And then we'll pick up all this jazz right here. The hexagon is after 18 shots you deploy a shield. Deploy a shield that blocks attacks. Recast or retract the shield early. When the shield is retracted, it fires a powerful seek. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. What do we what do you think about trading that off? I'm actually gonna, yeah, well, we'll get rid of that. I know I upgraded the thing there. We're gonna recycle these two. I'm sorry if this is a little messy gameplay. It's been a while since I've played this, and a lot of this weapons and stuff are entirely new to me, and I really like the way some of these look. Others, they just kind of fall flat, but maybe I'm just not playing with them right. As soon as we can beat the boss level, we go to the portal. We'll always have a little spring here that we can heal some of our health before we move on to the next biome, which we are now in. And that, we got ourselves a Justice. I'm not going to deal with that. That is a fire damage weapon. Although, we decided to go a damage route. It'd be pretty good. We could sacrifice 45% of our health to get 247 gold. I don't think I want to do that just yet. I'm not going to worry about upgrading anything, but we can keep the idea that he is back here. Oh, that's super cool. So you can't fire while you have that up, but you can block the shots and then fire it off at the target who's hitting you. That's pretty neat. Alright, so just checking around the levels, because sometimes in this area, there can be portals hidden on behind rocks and whatever. Take care of that guy. Move out of the way of that one. What is this? Oh, this is a brick. I've seen this one before, but I actually don't know what to do. After critting, a starlight drops. When picked up, grants the next attack a crit hit with higher crit axe. Alright, so it deals, throws out an extra projectile, but it consumes double the ammo. We can always try it out. We'll hold off. We'll, brick will be for another time. Let's try this, lightning kunai out. I'm gonna try to get in close and personal with this a little bit more. Maybe we're supposed to throw that at the time of the shot in order to get the benefit. And if you hit those crit hits, that's really good. I want to try see if I can get this. Nope, so it doesn't block that like that. Did I give up the ability to block whenever I increase the domain, by the way? Because I feel like this skill blocks normally. Because I want to say that the our main ability is supposed to block. Unleash an ink scroll forward for 15 minutes, blocking enemy projectiles, dealing 500 normal damage and knocking back normal enemies within 5 meters. Okay, see, it's supposed to block attacks, but I feel like those sniper shots definitely go through if I don't do anything about it. Let's check out this portal here and check out what's in the vault. Maybe it can only go so far? I don't know. We're gonna stay inside this. Actually, let's stay inside this as much as we can. Oh, you got an explosive there. And we'll probably finish it off with this. There we go. And that guy up there dropped. Pick up our goblet here. And then we'll also take, yeah, we'll do some of that for ink form. Lightning blast. Launches a force field. Nah, we'll be fine. The other one was Scalpel. Scalpel is actually probably one of my favorite weapons. I'm going to go ahead and pick that one up just because it's got a high rate of fire, and I believe one of our skills actually does better with a high rate of fire. Weapons will cause an additional explosion upon shooting, dealing damage equivalent to 50% weapon damage. That's pretty nice. We're going to go ahead and pick that one up. And I don't think anything else of note dropped. So it came out of this bonus cache. When casting a secondary skill, there's a 50% chance to double the consumption and deal 50% chance to deal double damage. 50% movement speed and 300% dash cooldown. I don't think I care about that. 1 second primary skill cooldown upon casting a secondary skill. Which one is considered our secondary skill, by the way? So I believe the scroll is. Let's go ahead and take the Untold effect. And then you'll see the power of this scalpel pretty good. This actually used to be one of my favorite weapons, especially if you can get element on them. Grinding 8 or leaving blank. When staying in blank domain, gain 1 stack. Okay, so that's the same thing. Basically, you get blank domain while we're out of it. 30% ink scroll size. Gain 3 ink point immediately upon casting drawing from true. Go ahead and do that one. That's a level 2 in that skill. Ammo extractor, the first wave of monsters is coming. Why can't I get through these guys? Oh, resistant, powerful monsters. Got it. That's why. It's in their name. You can see right there. This thing is absolutely disgusting. And now we're going to be moving around a lot more, I think. There we go. Third wave of monsters coming in. Oh, that's fun times. I hit this guy right in the face if I can. Because I don't want to get hit in the face by that. Let's go ahead and get here with melee. Uh-oh. Taking extra damage I don't want to take. There we go. I hear there's an enemy next to us. We also got radioactive gauntlet. That's a new weapon we just unlocked. There we go. So we got Fire Dragon here. Oh, we got more enemies. I was getting too complacent. There we go. Now it is important to note that different shields that the enemies have definitely get taken down by different things. If it's an armor shield, it gets taken down by corrosive pretty fast, I believe. These guys do well about getting hit in the back. Oh no, he just died. I'm gonna go ahead and res. Because I didn't want to go out like that. I was trying to showcase a weapon. We got that guy charging behind us. Picking up that corrosive weapon would actually be fairly good for us. For this fight, actually. Let's go and take this guy out. There we go. And unfortunately for us, what's back there? Oh, there we go. No, we are going to scrap that because I don't want to get rid of my special ammo in case we find something that's good. Oh, here's a burning weapon, but it's a sniper, and I don't do well with snipers right now. Let's check out this corrosive gauntlet. The corrosive gauntlets are actually pretty good, or the gauntlet weapons are fairly good. Fires a corrosive laser that auto-locks on a nearby enemies. Activated at the right time will fire an enhanced laser. Enemies hit by the enhanced laser will refract the laser to 3 nearby enemies within 6 meters. That sounds amazing, actually. Let's go ahead and trade off this gun for that one. Oh, no, I'm going to keep the scalpel. And so I believe, basically, we can activate our special ability. Oh, I guess. So it doesn't stay charged like that, refracting to different enemies. That's kind of weird. Domain expansion level 3, or ink generation. When blank domain disappears, accumulate stack space in the area size and restore 1 upon reaching 100 stacks. That other one seemed pretty cool. It seems like we passively generate the blank domain. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So if we hit it right, we're doing that spread, but there are no enemies nearby to check it out for us. We got a Crimson Fire Scale, so that's a new weapon for us as well. We also got another gauntlet here that dropped. Comparing, looks like, let's see, what's Z to compare? So that's a +4, this is a +5 that we got. This one is 65% total weapon damage against enemies and elemental effect. When reloading after defeating an enemy, -50% reload time and remaining ammo as an additional magazine capacity. The more remaining ammo, the higher the base weapon damage. So if we reload it early, we do extra damage. I think I'm going to pass on this one. We'll go ahead and take care of that. But we also got 2 fire skills here. And this one pairs with what we have. Oh, this is insane because they're both called Gemini weapons. So one of the tags on this weapon that dropped, if you get an enemy, if you get a gun that goes opposite it, they can pair up if they have the same tag. So they both have Gemini on there, which means they share their elemental advantages. It's insane. So it looks like maybe we are going to be replacing our, what is our, their scalpel with this one.
because now whenever I shoot this, it's going to be applying poison and it's going to be applying poison and burning at the same time. I'm gonna go ahead and head back. Which way do we go from here? Oh, there is a chest. See, when hit by enemies, negative 10% movement speed for 10 seconds, 40 chance to use to all damage. 1% for every 100 copper spent. I don't think I care for any of these. I guess we could take this one. I mean, we could be immune to damage. We'll get slowed, but immune to 40% of all the damage we take. I think that might be worth the trade-off. Let's go ahead and grab this scroll right here. Or, no, we already grabbed that one. We'll go on to the next stage. Only one more left after this. We'll be at the boss stage. Let's see. Choose one of the scrolls you want to hand over. Is there a scroll that we don't care for, potentially? I want to say probably the Untold Effects, because the scroll isn't really there about doing damage. See what it gives us instead. Oh, I think we're just getting rid of a scroll. It also should be important to note that I believe red skills actually deal, or red health bars are actually killed off by armor fairly well. I'm not sure if I care about this gauntlet that much. I mean, it's fun, it's unique, but let's check out the fish gun that we got. It's fire themed. Now, it's important to note that whenever you combine different elements, there are, we're gonna take out these guys as much as we can. There are elemental effects for combining different elements. And he's immortal, so after a timer, he'll explode and die. That's why it takes so long for him to die. There we go. And I believe that's actually what that explosion was from, was the corrosive and the explosive together. I believe they interact with each other in a way that makes them explode. We had an upgrade vendor over there. Is there anything back up here? Nope. Alright, so we'll pass on. I hear something charging up. I'm still gonna move. I'm gonna shoot that guy in the X mark spot on his back. We're gonna do good. Alright, so it looks like we get shotgun charges with this weapon. That's pretty cool. But I heard something else charging up earlier. Where did that go? Oh, he's all the way down there at the end. Alright, and he dropped a new weapon of his own. The Starfly. Auto-lock target area and fire randomly distributed barrages. Gain energy during weapon skill. Consume rate increased over time. I just want to see what it looks like. Oh, looks like you can't shoot it at all unless there's a target available, maybe? Which is unfortunate, which means we can't use that. Because I don't want to give up what we have. Luckily, we didn't lose our shotgun charges, which looks like they power up after use on this gun. This game, the gun is very inaccurate. But luckily for us, it also sets us on fire, which is like the ideal thing to be set on for us. Again, remember, if we're on fire, 20% of the fire damage, or 20% of our health is restored. That guy die? Weird. Gonna deal with that guy. There we go. We also have a vendor here. We also had another weapon drop. What is this one? That's the revealer. Gonna recycle that. And we had another weapon drop all the way back here as well. That is a Tempest. It's a small explosion and restores energy. Hold to mark enemies. Oh, I actually really like this weapon. Honestly, I'm kind of willing to give up everything we have currently for this weapon. I know that sounds stupid, but you'll see why in a second, and I'm not particularly caring for this. This was probably my favorite weapon of all the new ones I've seen so far. There's the Thunderclap Glove. Now that is a good weapon right there. Let's refresh, see if we got anything new to try out. Shooting a teammate deploys a damage blocking shield, so that's good for multiplayer. Alright, we're gonna hold off on everything else though. Let's see, 40% damage for 20 seconds after picking up Ink Orb. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pick that up. Might as well go ahead and max it out. And we're on the boss stage. And I'm gonna go ahead and etch this thing. And now it is a Gemini. Unfortunately, it doesn't have an element. Which kind of sucks. Can we reforge another thing? It doesn't look like we can. It looks like the Gemini has to be reforged. I guess we'll go ahead and just increase this up a bit. Hopefully I don't absolutely die to the boss. It's been a while since I've had a... Is this the same one I fought before? I can't remember. Or if this is a new one. Oh, this is a new boss from the one I'm used to. This could be the end. We'll see. So the way this gun works is I'm able to actually more or less move to charge up this thing, and it locks on instantly to any of my targets. Oh, I know this. There we go. Oh, can we get out of that? Yes, we did. Maybe I have fought this before. Not gonna be able to do that. Can get these guys out of the way. I don't know that we have any more enemies, but that guy's dead anyway, so it doesn't even matter. I think our ink domain was hurting it, even though it was underground too, so that's pretty cool. Alright, from that we got a whole bunch of spoils here. Let's check them out. Let's see. We're gonna do hold and brush. Get extra shield while we're in the ink domain. Gain 1 stack of Phantom Skin every 10 seconds. A stack is consumed whenever you take damage, restoring 30% shield and armor. Can only have up to 3 stacks. There is no downs to that one, so we're going to take it. Go ahead and get rid of that one. And Laser Glove, although that would be very good. Weapon share, magazine capacity, gain 10 stacks every time When firing and at 5 stacks, hitting enemy every 5 seconds lasts for 10 seconds. Oh, so that increases weapon damage. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to swap this out for the corrosive glove that we have. And if we find something that pairs well with that, hell, if we find another version of the glove, of the, this gauntlet that we're wearing, I will sell it instantly. And I'll start using the laser gauntlet and or this. Just because of the fact that it's just, the laser glove is pretty strong. It's been in the game since the launch of the game, and it's always been a very nice treat to have. See, we're going to go ahead and lock on targets here, and they are dead. That is how strong this weapon. Oh, they're not dead. This gun needs to pick it up a little bit then, I think. Instant kills, usually. There we go. That seems like more like it. I don't like that guy. But our inky domain deals with him entirely. Looks like we're going to go up that way, but maybe we'll find some treasures up here. I did see a vendor. I'm going to hold off on spending any money, though, because we find another shop. I'd like to see if there's any other weapons that might pair well with this, or an upgraded version of this. I've not really taken advantage of this thing I've seen as far as it's saying that you can basically get the power of your enemies to help fight alongside of you. There we go. That guy was aggressively armored apparently, but it did not matter. We're gonna get rid of that fire tower, I think. It wants us to go down that way. There's also a vault there. We're going to check that out. Anything over on this side? Doesn't look like it. Get rid of those guys. Are we still good? That guy's dead. That's good. That guy's dead. That's good. Oh, that guy's an elite mask. Go. Oh, that was the main guy, so we're not going to worry about those other ones. Cool. I was right to focus in then. I didn't know how many more elites were, if they were all going to be registered as elites. Check out and see what scrolls we got here. We got native cooldown on that, but secondary skill will have a 3-second cooldown. We also have Giant Slayer. When hitting an enemy, there is a 10% chance to deal 15% of the enemy's current health as true damage. That's nice. I think we're going to take Giant Slayer. That sounds awesome. And then it looks like we have a couple of choices here. We have the Phoenix Roar. Attacks marked enemy. Targets take AoE damage when hit by Phoenix Roar or skill damage. The resource cap. Skill damage can charge this weapon. When fully charged, expand the domain that auto marks enemies in there. I kind of like the idea of domains. That seems pretty cool. And Thunderstorm, we already know about that weapon. Let's just see what this weapon looks like in here. So it does that, but it auto marks enemies, and then once it's hit a number of enemies, it increases the AoE size of it. That could be pretty cool as well. Let's stick with the weapons we have now, just because I am a fan of this auto burst that comes with the lock-on mechanic. I mean, how can you pass up on this? That's just good. Where are you guys even going? I don't even know what that guy was trying to do over there. He looked like he was in a not a prime spot for them even to work. There we go. Luxury box here. Yeah, we could gain some additional health and shield. That'll be nice. There we go. He's dead. Nice. Like, honestly, how can you dispute how strong this gauntlet is? It's just broken. Alright, so we're at the end of this stage here. And 4-second ink form duration, initial ink orb. The first ink orb will have double effect. I gotta remember what the ink orbs do exactly. Transform to ink spear for 16 seconds, 2 ink orbs in the field, plus 10 ink point for each collected ink orb. Okay, so the ink orbs basically help us do the damage around us. Got it. So he's definitely gonna be more of like a melee character. We're just not using him as such. I'll try to keep that in mind. It's just this weapon is really fun. Oh. Luckily, I think we were in ink domain, or the blank domain there for a little bit. So we didn't take any unnecessary damage there, which is good. I wonder if we're, it says we get the both elemental benefits. I wonder if we're setting enemies on fire, and that's also helping us heal. That'd be pretty cool. I haven't been paying attention to whether or not my character's model looks like it's getting on fire, but a healing robust monster. There we go. We haven't really been in danger of being hurt either. That's the other thing. Brick doesn't really have anything special about it, so we're gonna pass up on Brick. Sorry, Brick. Oh wait, we don't have the Gemini. These Geminis don't match. We could probably re-roll the Gemini on our gauntlet and get it to match, and we could probably do fire damage. Oh, that would be pretty nice. I hadn't thought about that. I wonder if it's worth, I was wondering if it was going to worth to pop out any of those attacks, but... Oh, there's our ink orb. There we go. We have a chest here. Let's see. Negative 30% damage dealt by anybody in our domain. Let's go ahead and take the shade drawing. So while we're in the domain, we also have increased damage. There's also a thing back there. Gonna check out the vault while we can. I think we're doing pretty good, I think. All things considered. Hello. You guys seem very melee intensive. Oh man, we managed to do an insane amount of damage to him. Overflowing waters. It's the third time we've beaten that guy, apparently. So we're gonna recycle that. Pick up our goblet here. Increased damage. We got the wolf's gaze on hitting enemies a certain number of times. Let's see. Hitting an enemy applies a stack of veracity at 6 stacks. Triggers howl. Trigger higher damage and apply a stack howl. Hitting an enemy applies howl at 3 stacks. Triggers scatter projectiles in the surrounding area, which can apply veracity. I'm not sure I entirely understand everything on there, but it seems really cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. I do like how fast it fires. Not a huge fan of this weapon over what we have though. Overflowing waters consume all when secondary skill count reaches the upper limit. 10% weapon damage for each charge consumed. No thank you. That's going to consume all of our grenades to do something extra? I don't think so. I could be reading that wrong, but secondary skills are grenades, our blank domain, which is a key part of how we play, and if we get more than what's extra in our grenades, it consumes them all. Recover 40% health and shield, or armor and shield whenever shield armor is broken. 3% movement for every 10% shield and armor we have. I don't think so. We'll go with the abnormal speed. That's good. And we'll move our way down there. We can also, you know, let's try to re-roll our Gemini on this one. We get lucky. There we go. Cool, I'll do that. It's not an element that we're actually sharing. I didn't even realize that, but it's weapon damage. All right, one more stage left. Oh, that guy's invincible. Bye-bye, crab. Nice. Elite Guardian spawning? You did, man. Dual Fang. That's pretty cool. That is this thing, this chameleon. Brief charge up, fires full auto and alternates between shots between corrosion and fire. That sounds pretty nice. We'll actually swap out on those. Oh, that's pretty nutty. You can actually see the shots swapping off. And so we changed this, the Geminis to match. That might actually do really good for us. We're going to repair, we're going to sack those. Sack that one. Sack that one. Because it's all money at the end of the day. I want to see how this one works, like in a... Oh, and we have a reforger right here. And because it's fire, the health bars will actually be melted through faster. Like I said, health, or maybe I tried to say it at one point in time and it messed up, but fire melts health bars, corrosion melts armor bars, and the lightning melts shields. So, let's see, let's go ahead and reforge again. There we go. Now I want to see if this actually gets the benefit of both of those, because that'd be pretty cool. Does it? Actually doesn't look like it does. That's insane. There we go. That's all of those guys. What do we got here? Angelic Aura. Pick up our goblet. Residual traces when hit by ink splash enemies gain 1 stack. Each stack deals. Yeah, we're gonna do that one. That's just gonna be more damage for us to go around. And we are at the final boss. I think this is actually a different boss too, because it used to be that you fight a ship, and I think this one's gonna be different than the ship that I'm used to fighting. Although those cannons over there make me think exactly who I think we're fighting. We don't have enough to do a lot of anything. Just upgrade that one time. Do we have all of our grenades? Just to say we did it. And this used to be the final boss. I don't know if it's going to end here, but... we'll see. Now, in order to beat this guy, you used to have to break these cannons. And then you're going to have this guy come up here. I won't pick these up. And that allows us to continue killing these guys. Work at this guy again. He's gonna drop a cannonball. We're gonna pick that up. And the boss is down. And that's wait. I can't remember if this is the second form right here. That's it. And now we're gonna have to blast his cannon out of the air. Take this back. that as a victory for us. And it looks like now we have the option of going forward and taking on the other level they added on, or we can go ahead and end our run here if we want. Just for the sake of purpose of saving time on this video, I am going to go ahead and end the video here, but I'm probably going to continue on my run just because of the fact that I don't want to take this too much away from you guys as far as like time. I know this video is already going on like an hour here, but I more or less wanted to showcase the new character, Momo here. Ooh, I actually heard this weapon is actually pretty strong. I don't know if this is actually like a go-to weapon, but fires a series of lightning barrages at close range, fire 3 mortars after a brief charge. What's that brief charge look like? That could be pretty good. I heard this is a decent weapon. But I'm not going to try that one now because I think I'm actually kind of attached to the weapons I'm using right now. So that being said, if you actually want to see more footage of Gunfire Reborn, there's actually something I plan on doing here in the next couple of days or whatever, which is always streaming here live on YouTube, some Gunfire Reborn itself. So that being said, if you like the content, you want to see more videos like this here on the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, let me know what you think of the game. Did you like Momo? What do you think? I think I'm actually playing him wrong, believe it or not. For those of you who actually played Gunfire Reborn, chances are you've been probably yelling at me this whole time, and I completely get that because I see that like a lot of his power relies on the fact of using Ink Spirit, and I was using his blank domain more than anything else, even though I was putting points into Ink Spirit. So do bear with me as I learn to play the characters, and I actually plan on pushing into the nightmare difficulties, getting an enjoyment out of that as well. So that being said, you guys take care, and I will catch you all in my next video. Later.